Hi guys, so happy to see you. Real quick, I just want to do a video on how I got my real estate license. So if you're curious how I got my real estate license, or if you're interested in getting your real estate license, I had no idea how to get it. I had to do a lot of research, and maybe I can help you and help you along the way, maybe even. So, what I want to do is really super quick, just give you some information, and I'll go over some more information in detail. But if you're interested in getting your real estate license, hopefully this video will help you. That being said, I don't know if you're not a high school graduate and you don't have your diploma and you don't have a GED, great news, you can still get your real estate license, okay? You just have to be 18 years of age, and you have to have a good moral character, obviously, because we're dealing with a lot of stuff and clients and all that kind of good stuff. So good moral character. The gist of it is you find yourself a school, you complete your 90 hours of education, your contract writing, your fingerprint clearance card, you take your state exam, your school exam, all that kind of good stuff. You apply for your license and it's a done deal. But I'm going to go in more detail for you, if you will. So that being said, all the information that I'm providing you are requirements for the state of Arizona. All the states have different requirements. So I'm going over requirements for the state of Arizona. Okay. Okay. So great news. I am going to tell you that there are tons of real estate schools out there. Yay. But you have to find one that is accredited. So be careful. Do your homework, be diligent, and find a real estate school that is right for you, that maybe you can either take your classes online or you can show up in person. So make sure that it's one that's close to you or it's fitting for you, the price is right, whatever it is, just that it's accredited and it's recognized by the state of Arizona, okay? Because nothing would be worse than if you um, paid all the money, took all the classes, did all that, and then found out that your school wasn't accredited in it, and the state of Arizona doesn't recognize it. So you would have done all that for nothing. So pay attention and make sure it's an accredited school of real estate. Um, Next, the 90 hours requirements. So you can take classes online or in person, whatever it is. And there are so many different schedules out there. So pick one that is for you. I'm going to tell you that normally the classes are kind of long. So if you're used to taking a class that's 45 minutes or 50 minutes, no, these classes can be like 5 hours. You can do them on weekends, during the week, whatever it is. So just make sure you pick what's good for you. 90 hours, you have to have 90 hours and a contract writing class. The contract writing class, um, good news is that it's 6 hours and it's broken down into three parts. I'm sorry, two parts. 3 hours is real estate legal issues and 3 hours is real estate contract law. Um, that's important because you are required to have 24 hours of continued education to renew your license and keep your license active. And one-time deal that you get to take this contract writing class, and that applies towards the 24 hours that you're required. So good thing. So once you complete your 90 hours and you complete your contract writing class, which I will tell you this, you don't have to wait until you complete your 90 hours. You can take the contract writing class anytime. You can take it before or after your school exam is completed, before or after your state exam, whichever. It just has to be done before you apply for your license. Now, because I was learning so much and I had so much going on up here, I did not want to convolute it. So because you have to pay money to pay, you have to pay money to take the state exam, I didn't want to have to take another class if I didn't have to, if I wasn't going to pass my school or state exam. So once I passed the two exams, I went back and I took my contract writing class. So you do what's best for you. Let me see. Following my notes here. The other thing that you have to do when you apply for your real estate license is you have to have a fingerprint clearance card. I'm sorry, a fingerprint clearance card. one thing that was great about my school is there was someone who actually came out to the site who is a professional that takes fingerprints for you. And so I had that. But you can also go to the DPS website and get a DPS fingerprint clearance card if you wish to do that, but you have to do your fingerprints yourself. So keep in mind, if you have a school that offers that and someone comes out and takes your fingerprints, maybe that's better for you. But yeah, the fee for sending in your fingerprint card to DPS or Department of Public Safety is $65, so be prepared for that fee. Then schedule your school exam. You have to have a 75% or higher to pass and obtain your 90 hours completion certificate. So then after that, I'd say study, because you're going to have to schedule your state exam, and that is $75 fee as well. So you'll pay $75 to take your state exam with Pearson VUE. What I know about Pearson VUE is this: they are very, 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 very organized, and they are very helpful. So once you go to the website and you schedule it, they give you a handbook that you need to read. They ask and require you to read before you show up for your exam. And it gives you all the rules and all the do's and don'ts. It tells you the stuff that you can and cannot show up with on that day. Be prepared if you show up with something you can't. You either have to put it back in the car. They provide you with lockers. You're going to have your picture taken. They're very organized, so just follow the directions once you get there for your state exam. Once you pass your school exam and you pass your state exam, you get to then apply for your license. You did the work, you took the classes, you passed all the exams, so now you get to apply for your license. So you fill out all the paperwork, which is application and a disciplinary actions disclosure form. So if you have had any disciplinary actions problems in the past, then you'll identify those there, and then they give you an added so you can explain better, if you will. And you're going to put a nice little packet together. Sometimes I'm meticulous, but I checked and rechecked and checked, and so I didn't want to make a mistake after everything. So what I did was Pearson VUE provides you with a checklist, and I actually just put it in the order. You don't have to do that, but it was very helpful because it's kind of nerve-wracking when you're making your packet to send to the Arizona Department of Real Estate to see if you can get your license. But nonetheless, make a little packet. So the order that I put it in, you have to provide your application that you filled out. It's provided by Pearson VUE after you passed your state exam. You have to attach your Pearson VUE score report, which is given to you when you pass your exam. Your disciplinary actions disclosure form. You'll attach your 90-hour completion certificate, your 6-hour contract writing certificate, and a copy, a front and back copy of your government issued ID. So it is 2 pieces of identification. Normally it's a driver's license and a passport, or a driver's license and a social security card. They give you, Pearson VUE gives you a list of what's acceptable, and you just go in there and choose what's best for you. Nonetheless, it has to be a front and back copy, and a front and back copy of your fingerprint clearance card. And the good news is you do not have to take this packet and send it through the mail. If you want to, go ahead. But you can actually just go to the Arizona Department of Real Estate or ADRE website, create a PDF file and send it. And they'll tell you, hey, we're reviewing this, or thank you, we received it. And once you get approved, they'll send you notification that you were approved, and you'll just pay your fee, which is $60. So it costs $60 to get your real estate license with the Arizona Department of Real Estate. So be prepared for that. You get your real estate license number immediately as soon as you get approved, and it's kind of cool to go to the website and see your name and your license number listed on the state of Arizona Department website. It's official, right? So you go to the Arizona Department of Real Estate and you see your name and your license number. It's pretty cool. I took a screenshot of it, and You have to write it and put it on a lot of stuff. So it's pretty cool to have that issued. So you did all the work and there you are. But just a reminder, it remains inactive until you find a brokerage firm that you hire on with. And then once you get hired on with a brokerage firm, they actually go to the Arizona Department of Real Estate website and they change your status to active. And then it says that you're employed by whatever brokerage firm. So that's kind of cool. Your license is good for 2 years. It expires the last day of the month that you obtained your license. So do not let that expire. After everything that you went through to get here, do not let that expire. You just have to pay your fee and do your 24 continuing education. And the great news is that you can actually go to ADRE website and log in your education hours, so that will help you keep track of it, and they can verify that you have the 24 hours. So there are certain classes that they do require you to have, and then if you want to take other classes to just learn or better yourself, go for it. You just have to have 24 continued education hours within the 2 years to keep your license active, and then that's it. But just for fun, I do want to go over some of the topics that you are going to see in your real estate book. So I went to Arizona School of Real Estate and Business, and this has saved my bacon here. For me, that particular school has 18 chapters, regardless of school that you go to or how many chapters that they create for you. Some of the topics that you are going to go over are real property, personal property, government rights, land development and zoning, planned communities, encumbrances and liens, contracts and agreements. So you'll have your listing contracts and your commissions contracts. You'll go over agency and brokerage basics. So basically your fiduciary duties to your clients, and you'll go over that numerous times. It's so important for you to understand that, and you will by the time you complete your course. Duties to customers, creation of agency relationship, disclosure, and you'll understand that better later too, I promise. Financial fundamentals, so loans, loan types, interest rates, FHA, VA, and conventional loans and fees. Pretty cool. And consumer protection and fair housing laws. You go over ADA, which is Americans, let me speak clearly, Americans with Disabilities Act, FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, ECOA, which is the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, and then you have Do Not Call Registry, appraisals, and on and on and on. But here's what I want to share with you. And you might hear horror stories while you're taking your classes, or from your peers or from your instructors. Two of the most challenging bits that you're going to learn are prorations and land descriptions having to do with townships and government checks and all that kind of good stuff. So yes, those can be difficult and those can be challenging, and you might be scared and you might be struggling. But I promise you, if you pay attention, you have a good instructor, and you practice, and you ask questions, you can pass this part. Okay, I promise. Don't be scared. And I'm thinking of doing possibly doing some more videos, maybe covering prorations and land descriptions that might be able to help you a little bit better. So keep an eye out for that. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can text me, you can call me, you can send me a message. Hopefully this helps you, or maybe it just educated you on something you didn't know about. So either way, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And if you decide to go for your real estate license, good luck. All right. Bye, guys.